Yeah, that would be cool. It won't be cool if we get our ass beat. So we got our ass beat last time we played Ole Miss. I don't want to get our ass beat. I want to go play good.
45-10, a score still fresh in the mind of head coach John Sumrall, as it should be. Tulane has reached the college football playoff for the first time in program history, and a win against Ole Miss would bring the Green Wave to the All-State Sugar Bowl. However, Sumrall has not forgotten his last trip to Oxford. September 20th, Tulane enters Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, coming off its second win over a Power 4 school, the now ACC champion Duke Blue Devils. But the Lane train crashes into the Green Wave. The Rebels rack up almost 550 total yards of offense and hand the Olive and Blue its first loss of the season. Although Lane Kiffin is no longer in Oxford after taking the job at LSU, Sumrall is expecting another bout against a dynamic offense.
That has some impact to some degree, but I think, Charlie Weiss Jr. has been calling plays, so it's not like they're changing offenses. Pete's still going to call the defense. Probably the biggest thing that changes is just maybe some in-game decision-making that you don't really have any evidence of because I hadn't seen Pete do it as a head coach. So we won't really spend a ton of time thinking about that. We have to improve ourselves at how we played from the first matchup. We played absolutely rotten, and we coached rotten in game one against them. We need to give them a better game.
The Green Wave have 13 days to prepare for a better outing in Oxford. Tulane taking on Ole Miss back at Vaught-Hemingway Stadium with a 2:30 p.m. kickoff on December 20th. And as earlier mentioned, the winner faces Georgia in the All-State Sugar Bowl. Speaking of which, the All-State Sugar Bowl is once again a college football playoff quarterfinals matchup. And thanks to the CFP committee, the Superdome will host the Georgia Bulldogs once again. Last year, UGA lost to Notre Dame, while the Fighting Irish made their way to the national championship. The Bulldogs have returned once again, though, with a first-round bye after winning the SEC championship. And although a conference foe could come to the Crescent City, All-State Sugar Bowl CEO Jeff Huntley loves the idea of Tulane playing a hometown game.
Having Tulane in the game would just be fantastic. Even though they're losing the coach, what you like about that is he's finishing the job, as he put it, staying and coaching out the year. And just based on, like I said previously, we've got a lot of committee peoples that are Tulane people, and they're bouncing off the walls excited right now at the possibility. So, I think it'd be a fun time and certainly be historical.
If the Green Wave find a way to make history, Tulane will face Georgia on New Year's Day with a 7 p.m. kickoff in the All-State Sugar Bowl. And in the spirit of Green Wave coaches, how about former Tulane head coach Willie Fritz? His Houston Cougars will take on the Bayou Bengals. LSU playing in the Texas Bowl for a second straight season. The H-Town Catfight kicking off December 27th at 8:15 p.m. on ESPN. The Black and Gold, meanwhile, are in Florida today in a divisional rematch versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Saints' first game against the Bucs back in Week 8 marks the beginning of the Tyler Shuck era, and Round 2 has the rookie performing in a legacy game. Kellen Moore and the Saints battling the Bucs and their elements in a rainy game this afternoon. Scoreless in the first, New Orleans near the goal line. The rookie, Devin Neal, scores his first career touchdown on a 3-yard run. Saints go up 7-0 on only their second opening drive touchdown of the season. Next possession, though, Tampa Bay responds. Baker Mayfield hits Bucky Irving short, and the Bucs back has blockers. The screen pass goes 24 yards for the tying touchdown. Game knotted up at 7-all. Third quarter, Saints now down 10-7, but Tyler Shuck keeps on the read option here, and the rookie burns Tampa Bay's defense for a 34-yard rushing touchdown. New Orleans back in front, 14-10. Jump to the fourth. Game tied again, now at 17-all. Saints in the red zone. Shuck dropping back to pass, breaks out of a sack, and he calls his own number. The rookie turns disaster into a 13-yard touchdown run. Black and Gold back on top, 24-17. Late in the game, Saints now up 24-20. Tampa Bay going forward on fourth down in its own territory. Mayfield hits tight end Cade Otton, but the tight end a yard short, and the Black and Gold in the game. The Saints take down the division's top team. 24-20 is the final score, and head coach Kellen Moore praising Shuck's fourth quarter heroics.
These are great opportunities for him to learn. You're going to play on the road a really good opponent. You know, this opponent's going to be battling all the way to the end. You know, and then the weather obviously became a little bit of a factor, and so we had to face that. And so, you know, I thought his resiliency was really special.
This is why you play football. You know, you come in here in the elements, just with all your boys, with all your teammates, and we fought really hard. And you know, was really proud of the O-line, just kind of chugging along the whole way. It kind of took everybody, so it was just a lot of fun. That's the kind of thing I'm kind of resonate with me right now. It was just a lot of fun, and I think it just shows kind of how we are as a team.
The Saints are back at the Dome for the next 2 weeks, facing the Panthers and Jets in their final home games of the 2025 season, Mallory.